Hello, my name is April and I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and Depop. And I want to come to you today with a video on what sold for the week of 11/20 to 11/26. So this would be the week of Thanksgiving. I have noticed my sales have declined on Poshmark, which you'll see eBay and Poshmark are pretty much being very competitive right now. But let's just get right into it. It is before work. My hair is wet. I am a full-time ELA teacher, and I have to be at work at 7:30 a.m., and it is 7 a.m., so we really need to get right into it. So on the screen, you see on Posh, I sold 30 items. My revenue was $895, and after fees and shipping discounts, I made $619.70. On eBay, 22 items, $743.59. $528.98 is what my profit was. On Depop, I sold 5 items that week. Depop's picked up for me. I use one shop to list items, and I will include that link in my description. $154 in revenue, $131.59 is profit. So that is a very profitable site. Doesn't charge as much. Mercari didn't do well that week. I have had more success with Mercari recently. I don't know why. Last week it just wasn't great. My revenue was $98 and my profit was $66.40. Total revenue $1,890.59 and profit $1,346.67. Now you take that profit at the bottom, you see take the profit and minus the cost of goods. My average cost of goods right now is a little bit up. I'm trying to source a little bit higher priced items, but also my prices have gone up at my local thrifts. I live in a rural area, but the prices have risen with everything going on in the economy. My realized profit, I think, if I did my math right, $1,106.67. Let me just jump out of here and just get started with these items. On Poshmark, I sold this vintage handmade Afghan. It was just a blanket. I think I paid like $2 for it. A really pretty blanket. I do well with these blankets. I always pick them up if they have a pattern. I highly recommend. They sell between $30 and $75, depending on what kind of pattern you have. Sorry, I'm going so fast. These did have a little bit of pilling, but it wasn't bad. I just mentioned that there was minor pilling on there. This torrid rib pullover, I have a video coming out soon after 30 days with this box. I got this box on Cozy Threads, which is Helpsy now. This was a smaller size, so I did go ahead and let it go for a little bit less for $18. So I will have a video coming out with what sold and what I got in that. I did send out offers of 40% off because I was having some declines in sales, and that's why I think I ended up making sales. I sent out an offer for 40% off, which I normally do not do that very often, maybe 5 times a year. This was Nuva tags. I think people are looking for Nuva tag items for Christmas. This sold for $18. It really was not my finest moment, so there you go. This Abercrombie and Fitch Sherpa I picked up locally. I probably paid $3 for it, $4 for it. Sold it, same thing with that 40% off discount for $24. Abercrombie and Fitch is making a comeback, everybody. Same thing, 40% off. That was a lot of these sales, so I guess I probably don't need to say it every time, but it's worth noting that I had to send offers of 40% off with everything going on with the live sales, which I don't even want to get into. This Lucky brand, a chunky bracelet with this jade stone. It wasn't real jade, but this jade colored stone underneath it sold for $15. Lucky brand sells well for me. I like selling jewelry, guys. Okay, easy to photograph, easy to list, easy to store. I got that on online Goodwill website. This was not even tagged, but it was a really pretty faux pearl necklace with these citrine colored crystals, and it sold for $12. That was not the 40% off. This was a 40% offer. It was a beautiful sweater. I should have just kept it for myself. It was an alpaca wool blend. It wasn't a designer that's well known, so I think that's why it didn't get a lot of action. $22. It wasn't a size large, so that's a good size. These Uggs I got in a Helpsy Cozy Thread box. They sold for $60. That was on a back and forth offer. There was no shipping discount between the buyer and myself. I had those listed, I think, for like 80, maybe 85. This Henley sold for $25. I got this in a Free People Helpsy box. I was not happy with that box. There's a video of that box. Not a lot of good stuff. Had this listed for $38, got an offer for $25, went ahead and took it. My cost of goods on that was ridiculous. I don't even want to talk about that. So there you go. These Rude men's jeans came in a ThredUp men's rescue box. I have a ThredUp men's rescue box video I need to put out for you. I am overwhelmed with my life right now. Anyway, these sold for $24. I didn't have high hopes for them, so I was pretty happy about that. That was on an offer to me. This was a beautiful sweater, a Champion reverse weave. St. Lawrence College is something that's local to us. It was a heavy, thick knit, a heavy, thick sweater, and it sold on an offer for $25. I had it listed for $38. I do pick up university wear when it is something that I feel will sell. Not always, but anyway, this was a bundle, Gymshark and Lululemon. The person messaged me and asked if I would bundle them. So I did, and let's see what I sold it for, $48. So I made $68. I picked up this Lululemon bra locally for like $3. These Gymshark leggings came in a, I want to say, I actually don't remember where those came from. I think maybe a ThredUp 200-pound rescue box. These Adrian Vitadini gloves, they were leather and cashmere inside. I got these on a Goodwill online site. There was a bunch of new tag stuff that I bid on because I knew Christmas was coming and people would be buying new tag items. My cost of goods on that was like $2.25. I did not make a video of it, but I've sold a ton of stuff and made my money back 3 times on that box. This hat was like 50 cents at a local Salvation Army, so I sold it for $10. It was an offer. I think I had it listed for 15. Buffy bedding, just taking a look at the time here, 7:08. This duvet cover, I bought this from Helpsy. I had a discount. I think they were $8 each is what I paid. I knew that I would need to store this and it would be a nightmare, but I went ahead and bought it because I had a discount on it, or they were giving like a 20% off that weekend I bought it. I did a lot of comp looking up. I have made my money back. I paid, like I said, $8 each. This sold for $55. The issue with the Buffy bedding on Poshmark is it's going to go over, a lot of it's going to go over the 5-pound mark. So I prefer to sell it on eBay because then the shipper or the buyer is paying for everything. I had to pay for overages, when it's on Poshmark over 5 pounds. I don't remember. I don't think that was over 5. I think it was pretty close. This was something I got a long time ago. This was an offer somebody made to me for $9 for this necklace from Origami Owl. Origami Owl is a great jewelry brand if you're getting their they have like little pendants with things you put inside. They're like little trinkets, charms. Anyway, if you can get your hands on some Origami Owl, it does sell pretty well. Everlane, I got this in a Helpsy box. I think my cost of goods was like $6. I'm pretty sure it was a Free People in Everlane, and there's a video on that. If I get a chance, I'll put that in the description. Excuse me, this is one of the last things I have from that box, so that sold for $34. This I got from a Goodwill online site. I probably paid $2 for it and sold it on an offer for $28. It really was in like new condition, but it needed a battery. Fossil does well, guys. This was a bundle. These Leon Max shoes I got like during COVID in 2019, so I was happy to get rid of them. As well as this Magashoni tunic sweater I got in I think it was my first 200-pound box like 2 years ago. These BKE jeans I had just gotten, so those were kind of painful to let go. But besides that, you can see I earned $54. I was happy to get rid of those 2 items. This vintage Icelandic wool jacket. This is the second time I sold it actually, but I noticed a flaw in it that I had to then go back and put in. I had 2 small flaws. It's just a beautiful sweater. It was just at the 5-pound mark, and I sold it for $70. I want to say I may have gotten this free. I can't remember. This was a bad buy on my part. I paid $3 for this True Religion sweater. It was like a burnout tee, a men's large. I do well with True Religion, but I didn't notice it had like armpit stains. I do not know how I didn't notice it because it was so obvious when I got it under my light box. But if you have a light box, sometimes you do not see things in a store in natural light that you see under your light box, which is really annoying. So anyway, there you go. This vintage LL Bean goose down jacket I got locally for $7, and I sold it on an offer for $72. Grinch, I got this. I paid $4 for these and sold them for $20. That was an offer. I had them only listed for $20, I think $7. Another Buffy bedding. This one I did have to pay the overage. It cost me like $10 or $13, but I sold it for $149. These panda shoes I've had for quite a while. This was, somebody bought them outright. I had them listed for $20. I think I paid $2 for them. Platform leather, not these were actually faux leather. Anything like this, guys, is going to sell well. I have multiple examples of this. Sold these for 45 bucks. They were not in the best condition, but they were in good condition. They had some cracking, minor cracking. This Vans hoodie pullover, I paid $1 for and sold it on an offer for 22. This cabbie wool blazer sold outright for 40 bucks. I paid on average on this thrifting trip, I made $6, I believe. This hand-painted piece, I let go way lower than I should have. It was a 40% offer. It was very sad. It did have a little bit of discoloration. I thought this would sell in Depop, but it did not. But 27 bucks for this. I literally paid like $2. I sold everything that I got. This woman sold this lot to me of stuff locally. This I paid like $1 or $2 for. It was just super cute vintage windbreaker. All right, eBay. Okay, that's not what you want to see. Okay, I didn't want to show that to you, but here we go. I don't like to show people's addresses, but I screwed that one up. This SL Fashions cocktail wedding dress, party dress, I sold for 20 bucks. I was happy to get rid of it. Let me see if I can scroll down quickly. This is Alia Sophia. I sold this on an offer, sold for 10 bucks. I should have made a list of these things, and I didn't. Photographing jewelry is super important. These Dolce & Gabbana I got from Cozy Threads when they were cozy, not helpsy. I went ahead and got rid of them. They were a small size. I sold like half of them. I paid, I think, 20 bucks each for these. This little ring I got in a Goodwill box. Cost of goods on those Goodwill things I try to keep to less than $3. This was just something small. Sold it for 10. That's a Stella and Dot. I like picking up Stella and Dot. This Chico's blouse I sold on an offer for 30 bucks. I think I had it listed for 38, and I paid like $4 or $5 for that. Sorry I'm going so fast, but I have to be at work in 16 minutes. Brooks Brothers I got in that Goodwill, new with tags, same as the Adrian Vittadini gloves, and I got an offer for 20 bucks, and you can see I accepted that. This was a combined sale as far as shipping, and these were Buffy beddings, and I sold them. I had them listed for 80, and I sold them for 65 each. This was another piece from that Cozy Helpsy Threads. I sold that on an offer for 15, I think it was, because it had quite a bit of pilling throughout. This Chico's had some discoloration, so I sold it for 16. That came in a Goodwill box as well. I like selling jewelry, guys. I like it. It's one of my favorites. I like jewelry. These Sporto boots I sold for 22 bucks. I got these locally. I think I paid $2 for them this summer. Sporto does pretty well. It took me a couple months to sell it. This LuLaRoe dress I just thought was an awesome pattern. I don't normally pick this up, but it had the Russian nesting dolls, so I did sell it for 25. I think I paid $4 for it. This Michael Stars baseball cap sold outright for what I was asking for, and it came in that same Goodwill new tag box as the Adrian Vittadini gloves. 7:15, only 5 minutes. Okay, this Alfani jacket was not something that was great. It came in a men's mixed rescue, and I just kind of wanted to get rid of it. So I believe that was $15. We're going to make it through. This Mickey Mouse shirt sold outright for what I was asking for. I'm not going to click through. I should probably click through because the address is there. 20 bucks. Scroll way down. This Nomadic Traders sold for $30. Nomadic Traders did well for me. I actually sold another piece today on Poshmark. I sold on an offer. This came from a ThredUp. It's an express off-shoulder sweater, and it came from a ThredUp box. It wasn't something great, so I was just happy to get rid of it at 10 bucks. This Spider jacket came in a ThredUp men's box as well. Also happy to get rid of it for $24. This Free People XL button-down shirt. I was kind of sad to let go at 25, but I paid $4 for that. This was a Salam floral paisley skirt. I'm going to go ahead and show this to you. I like this brand. This didn't sell for much, but it is winter. I just picked it up. I paid like, actually, I think I paid, my cost of goods that day was $6, but I actually only paid like $2 for that. This Juicy Couture, it's literally just a sample size. I had like 55 of those, and I've sold them between 10 and 16 bucks. I paid $1 a piece for those, so that sold for 10. I've made a ridiculous amount of money on those. Got those on Goodwill. This new tag Wild Fable jeans I got free, and I sold them for 12 bucks. On to Mercari, everybody. On to Mercari. I don't have a lot. Victoria's Secret. I think I paid 40 bucks for, or 40. $4 for that stadium jacket. Not my finest moment. These boots came locally for $2 this summer. Sold them for $38. That low cut Ugg boot or the mid cut is selling better than the high ones. This I got in a thread-up box, and my average cost goods is probably $3. Sold it for 21. All right, this is a little bit trickier. This I got locally. This was Depop, and I sold this outright for $50. This Woolridge Sherpa. These came in that box from Goodwill that I told you about, Adrian Vittadini. These were Steve Madden socks, and they sold for $14. Another pair of these chunky boots. These were Union Bay, or these aren't boots, but low shoes. And these sold for, or Route 66 or Union Bay, I can't remember. These sold for $40 on Depop. These were Turn Tech boots. I paid like $2 for them, and they sold for $28. And I don't give any shipping discounts. And these Hello Kitty pants sold outright. They were a 2X for $22. And I think that is it, everybody. So I made it. Thanks so much for staying tuned. I appreciate it. And that's what sold. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I'd so appreciate it. And go ahead and give this a like and add a comment if you could. All right, everyone. Have a great day, and bye.